Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name's Tracy and today's upload is my weekly weigh-in update, which is usually or has been normally uploaded on a Wednesday, on a Thursday. I do my weigh-in on a Wednesday and upload the video on a Thursday, but because of my new job that I started this week, I am now going to be uploading it on a Sunday night, weigh-in on a Saturday, upload on a Sunday. So it has been 10 days since my last weigh-in. How to describe this week? Well, pretty at the start, basically. I wasn't really good. Or was it in the middle, actually? Okay, let's go back to the start. Last Wednesday. Wednesday and Thursday, I was 100% on plan, no problems. Friday, and I never actually mentioned this last week, I forgot to talk about it. But on Friday, Ali and I had a planned shopping day and treat day, basically. We had planned to go to Wagamama's for dinner while we were out and about, and we were going to the cinema and stuff. So we went to we were planning on going to Wagamama's for dinner because it's somewhere that I've wanted to go for quite a while. I just never have. So that was my very first visit to Wagamama's. So we'd planned that. We'd planned to go there for dinner. What we didn't plan was breakfast. I did get up really early on Friday morning. I wanted to take Diego out. I wanted to buy my new washing machine before. I went and took Callie out, and Mark was coming to take me to get that because obviously I needed somebody to drive me and pick it up, and because I can't do any of that. And he was able to do that first thing Friday morning. We went and bought the washing machine and then we were like hungry. We're hungry, so we went to McDonald's for breakfast. At first I was like, I'll just get a coffee, but I was actually really hungry, so I was like, you know what? I'll just have a McDonald's, I'll just have a breakfast. I did really want a bagel, a McDonald's bagel, so I had one. Oh, and I did feel really guilty for it. It was really bad of me. I should not have done it, especially because I'd already planned to have a Wagamama's for dinner. Really can't say much else other than that I was bad and I shouldn't have been. So I had the McDonald's for breakfast, I had a bagel and the hash brown and a latte, but I've never really ate anything else for the rest and no, I never ate anything else the rest of that day until we got to Wagamama's, which was about maybe 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. And I had a katsu curry there, which was really nice. I'm so glad I got it. I had some of the pulled pork dumplings as well, and they were freaking delicious. I've been dreaming about them ever since I had them. They were really nice. I never usually have a whole day off plan, but that's how it turned out. And usually I'm alright with that. I'm usually okay with it when it's just one day or one meal. Usually it's just one meal. But what happened last weekend was we went to my dad's on the Saturday as well, and we had a lasagna there. I have said time and time again, my stepmom doesn't make very unhealthy meals, so the lasagna that we did have wasn't very unhealthy. She used the 5% beef mince and she used 50% reduced fat cheddar. So even though it probably did make me go over my sins for that day, a little bit, maybe because of the flour and the milk and everything, it might have just been a little tiny bit over my sins. It wouldn't have been a lot, and that is all that I had. I was on plan the rest of the day. In fact, I never ate anything else because I was so full from my Wagamama's the night before. I never ate anything until I had my tea at my dad's on the Saturday. And then on the Sunday, Mark's gran had invited us for Sunday lunch. I haven't seen Mark's gran for months. I think the last time I seen Mark's gran was Christmas Day, and I was like, oh, I can't go because, you know, I've already had a bad meal on the Friday and I've had a bad meal on the Saturday, but oh, come on, it's just ridiculous. It's a ridiculous reason not to go to somebody's house just because it won't be on Slimming World. And again, I never had anything else to eat the whole day. Went to Mark's Gran's and she made us these beef burgers, which I don't think were the 5% beef mince, but they were really lovely, and they were in a little bit of a gravy, and like the burgers were quite big, but I just had one of them and some boiled potatoes and carrots, so it wasn't like a really bad unhealthy meal. Again, I couldn't count the sins because I didn't know exactly what was in it and the measurements, and I'm not going to ask people when I go to their house just to get, I know you should protect your weight loss and blah de blah de blah, but what, I don't want to be a pain in anybody's ass. I don't want people to not invite me for dinner or just stress about having me for dinner, which is I feel that's happening with my stepmom a bit, because she did point out, oh, it's only 5% beef mince in that, Tracy, and 50% reduced fat cheddar. I don't want people stressing like that when I come for dinner. I just want them to make whatever they want to make. So last weekend was a little bit of a really, it wasn't awful. Saturday and Sunday, like I said, they weren't really awful, bad dinners, but Friday was very, very bad. So maybe the middle of the last week and a half wasn't really great, but what I took solace in was that I knew I was going to be so on point the rest of the week, Monday to Friday. I knew I would be 100% on plan, because I was working 50 hours. I had planned all my meals. I knew what I was having every single night. And I also had planned my lunches. I was making my lunches every day when I came back from work for the next day. And I was taking lots of fruit and cereal bars and stuff. And I also knew that because I would be getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I would be so tired by the time I got home. I would have my dinner and I would probably just go straight to bed, and that's exactly what happened. And that eliminated this really horrible bad habit that I have of eating at night. Because I was getting home and having my dinner between 7:30 and 8 o'clock this week, I didn't do that at all. That was the last thing I ate at night. 7:30, 8 o'clock, which is still quite a late time for dinner. I was literally just going straight to my bed, having a bath or something and going straight to my bed after that. And the next thing that I would eat would be my breakfast the next morning, about 10ish. That was when I was getting hungry. So I feel that starting this new job has been great for eliminating that night snacking type thing, that really bad habit that I've got into. I mean, the thing is, this week I was 5 days at work. I've done 50 hours this week, and now next week and the weeks after that, I'm just going to be doing my own days, which is 30 hours over 3 days. So I am still going to have 4 days where I'm not working and I'm not up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to have to try and control the midnight eating then. But hopefully, because I'll be in a routine of getting up at 5 a.m, I'll still be getting up quite early. I'll still be going to bed quite early. So hopefully I will be able to curb this, need for snacking at night. So start of the week, first couple of days were great. Middle of the week was not so great. And then the rest of the week has been 100% on point. In fact, that's probably, if that had been a full week of me eating what I did Monday to Friday, I would have been freaking smashing Slimming World this week. I would have been smashing those scales this week. I would have been great. I really tried to stick to what I know this week. I didn't want to try anything new. I just wanted to stick to what I know. Quick and easy lunches, basically salads with some chicken on top. Quick and easy dinners at night. You will see in the Meals of the Week video, if you watch them, it's not really anything that you haven't seen before. I have done it all before. Really quick and easy stuff. I think I was doing a little bit better with my speed vegetables this week. Again, it was a lot of salads. I had lots of salad for lunch. I had a salad for lunch every day, Monday to Friday this week. And I've had quite a lot of oranges again. And I've even been eating some bananas for breakfast and stuff, because I think a banana's like a nice way to start the day. I don't know what it is, I just really like a banana for my breakfast. And I have been eating cereal bars as my healthy extra B. The Alpenlight cereal bars, I've been having 2 of them a day. Anyway, I have already talked enough nonsense in this video, much more than I had intended anyway. So I will just get on with the results on the scales this week. So, don't know if you can see that. I haven't written it very clearly, but I lost 1.5 pounds, and that brings my total weight loss to 12 stone 3.5 pounds. Is that what that says? Yeah, 12 stone 3.5 pounds. So 1.5 pound loss. Could have been so much more this week. It could have been so much more if I hadn't had that wobble Friday to Saturday. No, Friday to Sunday. I mean, it wasn't the best weekend, but I'm not going to beat myself up about it, because I was so good the rest of the time. This is the thing with Slimming World. You will have wobbles. It's just getting back on the track. It's just getting back on track, that's right. Afterwards, that's where I struggled before. When I first done Slimming World 2.5 years ago, I just couldn't get back on track after I had my wobble. And that's what helps me in this journey, is that I know I can get back on track if I have a wobble. And maybe actually I could have a lot more weight loss every week if I wasn't having all these treats and stuff. I'm I'm well aware of that. I'm well aware that I have far too many treats for somebody that's trying to lose weight. But at the end of the day, this is how I plan on living my life when I'm at Target. I mean, this is how I want to be able to live my life. I want to eat nice and healthy and on plan, not like 5 or 6 days out of the week, and have one day where it's just a treat day. This is how I want to be able to live it. I'm maybe going to have to get a little bit stricter with myself in the coming months because, you know, the closer you get to Target, the harder it is to lose the weight. But at the end of the day, I am still on track. I'm still on Slimming World. I'm still losing weight. So I'm not going to beat myself up too much about it for the treat days. I know it won't be the way that everybody sees it. Some people will probably look at my videos and think, you are just lazy or something. I don't know what they're going to think when they see this, but they might not agree with me at all. But at the end of the day, it has kept me on plan. Having these treat days or cheat days, and knowing that I can get back on plan straight after it, and it's not always treat days, it's not even the full day, it's just a meal. I mean, twice I think I've had the full day off plan, and you know, even when I was off plan on Friday, I'll say off plan on Friday because I only had 2 meals, and it was McDonald's and it was Wagamama's, but we went to the cinema and stuff, and Ali was getting, what did Ali get? Bugles, and I think he was wanting ice cream and that as well. And I could have done all that. I was tempted. I was like, maybe I'll get a little ice cream, but I was like, no, I won't get ice cream. I did get a Tango Ice Blast, and you know what? I didn't even realise that freaking Tango Ice Blasts were sugar free. Until then, I was like, well, I'm getting one then, because I wasn't going to. And then I realised the big sign on it saying sugar free, and I was like, I've been thinking Tango Ice Blasts are a treat for the last 6 or 7 months, and they're not. They're bloody sugar free. So I could have them. Oh, the other thing that I meant to say actually was that between Monday and Friday I used hardly any sins, because my lunches were all sin-free. Obviously my cereal bars were a healthy extra B choice. The fruit I was having was either Speed or sin-free, well, Speed Food's sin-free anyway. Quite a few of my meals were sin-free. I maybe added like ketchup or sauce and stuff onto my meals. I can't even remember at this point what I had all week. But I think most of my meals all week were sin-free. Apart from last night, I had chicken nuggets last night, and that was 4 sins plus some ketchup, maybe 6 sins. Mostly I used sins for sugars in my coffee, and I didn't even drink that much coffee this week either. In fact, I probably didn't even use both my Healthy Extra A's this week. I know I definitely used at least one because I would have 2 before work and then I'd get 1 when I came home. But I was barely using any of my Healthy Extra A, second Healthy Extra A, and maybe 3 or 4 sins on sugar. God, I can't think. So my sins as well, going back to this past week, my sins were very low Monday to Friday. Anyway, the week ahead is pretty much going to be the same, except we're not going to Wagamama's, we're not going anywhere for dinner. I don't plan on getting any takeaways. In fact, I'm not going to get any takeaways. We are having a little treat tonight. We're doing like a little Stranger Things marathon, and I have got myself some olives for that and reduced fat hummus, and we're going to have carrot sticks and that with that. So I do need to work out what my sins are and maybe see if I can have a little bit extra sins today, but pull it back the rest of the week with sin-free meals, sin-free lunches and that. But I need to go and work all that out before I'm able to even have any food. I'm trying to think of anything else that's been going on this week. And oh yeah, Rosie had her operation, which has nothing to do with Slimming World, nothing, but it's keeping you guys updated with the situation. Rosie had her operation on Wednesday on her leg that's been, you know, for 2 or 3 months it's been hurting her. So she had that and she's doing really well. She was a complete zombie Wednesday night and Thursday with obviously the sedatives, and I don't even know what it was. I thought she was funny after the sedative she had for her x-ray a couple of months ago, but she was, bless her socks, she was just completely motionless. It was heartbreaking actually. It kind of made me tear up a bit when I seen her. And the only animation that we got out of her on Wednesday night, God, broke my heart, was when she saw Diego and she wagged her tail once. It was just so sweet. She saw him and she was obviously happy to see him, and the tail wag went once. and that was the most animation we got out of her. But she's doing really well. She's not able to put her leg down. She's on complete bed rest for the next 2 weeks until she sees the vet again. But they did say it's going to be another 8 to 12 weeks at least before she'll be able to go out for a proper walk, which is horrible because we still have to take Diego out all the time and we're taking him out and she wants to go walk. It's just heartbreaking seeing her little face like, why are you leaving me? Anyway, I'm so sorry I've rambled on so much. I probably say that every week. Do I say that every week? Thank you so much for watching though. Please don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye!